Now, as a last step for this piece, I am going to um, select this little intro of piano, and I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to copy that clip, and I'm going to come to the end here, almost to the end, click on this track here, and say Edit, Paste Clip, and it pastes that little piece of piano on this third track, which I'm going to call Piano Outro. And that will just sort of be a little tag of music right at the end. I'm going to click Auto and adjust my fades here by clicking Fade. I'll have it fade in right as the audio is ending, and then I'll have the piano fade out right at the end. So the effect is talking. For the full description of what you'll narrate, and when you're done, you can click Stop Recording. And it's just a little piece of music there at the end. So let's look at the project as it is. There's a fade in to this piano music. When it hits this point, we added a little bit of an effect, a little reverb effect to the piano. It fades out right as the narration begins, and the narration goes for roughly 40 seconds across the track. When the narration ends, a little bit of piano fades back in and then fades out. Now, it sounded a little loud to me. So I'm going to come over here and just turn the volume down on this outro piano just a little bit, just so that the volume's not so jarring coming out of the narration. And when you're done, you can click Stop Recording. And I think I'm happy with this as it is, so I'm going to click Save. And this is the point where I'm going to create a mixdown. Now, a mixdown will take all of the audio information on these 3 tracks and blend it into a single audio layer. And at which point we will then have the capability to access an MP3 of our assignment. So I'll click Mixdown, and it takes a moment to mix. Once the mixdown is done, notice here's the editor down here. Aviary expands, and it gives you a number of options. It shows you real quick sort of embed codes and etc. etc. Now here, note that it says this work is a draft, and we're going to leave it as a draft. If you click Publish, what that does is it puts it into the Aviary community and lets other people be able to check it out and listen to it. For the purposes of the class, I'm interested in keeping these private, and you can share them with your classmates and myself. But unless you want to publish it, that's not a necessity. The important piece here is once you've created a mixdown, you can now download the MP3 version or the WAV version. If you want, you can download both. What we're going to need for the class assignment is the MP3 version. So click on MP3. It asks if you're sure you want to download this file. I'm going to download it, and then it asks me where I would like to download it to on my computer, and I'll just save it. Once again, this takes a few moments to download. And there, I'm done. Now, you can always save and do another mixdown later. But I think that steps through the requirements of the assignment using one other piece of audio. In this case, we used a music track. a narrated track using the microphone and the recording interface. We added some fades, which is a requirement. I added an effect, which is an optional piece in the requirement. Once you're done editing the track as you would like to do it, you click Mix Down, which then makes a link to download your MP3 available. So we're going to need to take that MP3 and we'll upload that into our blog. So there'll be another tutorial talking about uploading that. And I think that's the end of using the audio editor at this point. I do want to go back to aviary.com where it has me still signed in. I could click down here and log out, log in. Now it asks me about my creations. I want to click here. And this is the place where I can go back to, if I've had to log out for some reason, I can open up the editor with my creation. So it says OLIT 525. If I click this, let's see. Oh, it's going to play it. If I click here, I guess I get the option to open in an audio editor. So if I click that, then it opens up my new page, and it would then load my my project. Now it's important to know how to go back and be able to access your creation once you've started. So go under My Creations on aviary.com. Now I think that's the end. If you have any questions on this, shoot me an email, give me a call. We'll also cover this stuff in class. And happy audio editing. Thanks.